All right. And welcome to the SideQuest. The quiet version, mostly because, it's late at night. My daughter's asleep, and the last thing I'm going to do is start yelling, SideQuest! It is me, Dolly Domofsky, joining you, my good peeps, and also joining you, good peeps, is that Tom Johnson.
Hey, how's it going?
It's just us two, just us girls.
So intimate.
So intimate. How you doing tonight, Tom?
Oh, wonderful.
Tell me, SideQuesting pillow talk.
Oh, this is creepy now.
I just want you to lay back in bed, put on those headphones, and get ready to talk about some video games. Wow, this could totally be a cool pillow talk segment. I like that.
It's 10:18 and it's traffic's moving mighty fine on the 83 tonight. And here's Barry White with All Night Long.
Yeah, all right. So tonight we're gonna talk about a little bit of game, a little bit of movies, a little bit of NXT wrestling. I'm just kidding.
Yo, isn't SummerSlam tomorrow?
I think my entire feed right now is people talking about NXT, something.
SummerSlam is happening 45 minutes from me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You just go hang out there. Just hand out Tom Johnson flyers. Oh Lordy, how you doing, Tom?
Not bad. It's been a weird summer.
Yeah. It's been a kind of a crazy summer.
Yeah, right.
In a weird way. Yep. Busy.
Not in games. Nothing's coming out. In games.
Nothing.
But life, it's been crazy.
Life has been crazy. Yeah. You're still alive. So that's good.
Oh yeah, barely.
Barely.
How have things been for you, Dolly?
Still alive somehow. Yep. But that's about it. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy all over. And I my whole goal for this summer. So I have a stack of games. My backlog is growing. It's shameful right now.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
No game, not a single game that I've personally bought over the last 8 to 9 months I've completed. Maybe 10 months, maybe. Through the last year, maybe only one game that I have bought I've completed. That was Shadow of Mordor. I don't necessarily call Forza Horizon 2 completing it, even though I bought that. And racing games, you can't really complete racing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you solve that game tape?
Yeah, I mean Smash Brothers. Can you complete Smash Brothers or Splatoon? I don't know, but So I'm. I have not completed a game in ages. It's like chipping away at stuff. The weather's been nice enough. I've been avoiding technology as best as possible, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, I've been trying to. I've been trying to take breaks, extended breaks from Twitter because it just makes me angry. Same here.
My goal now is to minimize the amount of social media usage I have throughout the workday portion of my day, and then really I'll hop back in at nighttime. But by then I'm just kind of worn out from the workday that I've been tweeting less at night.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I looked at my feed today. I was like, wow, I haven't tweeted anything in 24 hours. What do I do? And then I'm like, oh, I just tweeted something. That question. But yeah, it's kind of nice. I got to say, it's getting back in touch with reality and not social.
Yeah.
But So I've been trying to, the one game that I've wanted to complete before the rush really comes in is The Witcher. Witcher 3, which is a phenomenal game, at least through the first 3.5 hours. I don't know what happens after that because that's all I've been able to play. So
that game turns into something.
Yeah, it turns into something. So my goal over the next 2 weeks here is to really get some crunch time in there because as soon as Mario Maker comes out, I'm going to be all in on that.
Yeah, you got a couple weeks.
I'm so excited for Mario Maker. Nintendo does it every year. They have the one game that it's going to be a game that you play forever, right? So it was last year was Smash Brothers, which was phenomenal. The year before that, it was even though it was Mario Kart the same year as Smash Brothers, Mario Kart was awesome. But I mean, you had Mario 3D World, which was great. So Nintendo always nails it once a year.
I still haven't played 3D World.
Oh God, it's so good. I'm surprised at how good it is. The cat power-ups, phenomenal. But yeah, it's so Nintendo does it, and I look forward to whatever their big game is going to be. And even though Star Fox is technically their big,
is that coming out this year?
Yeah, it's November. Technically, it's their big game this year. I have zero interest. I played zero
that game. You'd think I'd know when it came out. But
you probably beat that game at E3 because it's probably going to be 45 minutes long.
Yeah, probably.
Like Star Fox 64, which great, whatever, 45 minutes long. I played it on the 3DS when it first came out. That was the first game I bought, or whenever it came out. I think it was August it came out. I thought, oh, cool, Star Fox 64. I love this game. I played it on the 3DS, and because there was no internet capability, like the high score was local, and I'm the only person in my family that's even going to play it. So I thought, okay, well, great. I just got the high score that doesn't really matter, and it's been 45 minutes, and all right, I'm done. And I got rid of the game. I may have actually given it to Eric. I may have sent it to Eric, but yeah. So Witcher 3, I'm about 3.5 hours into it, and like I said, over the next 2 weeks, I'm really going to sit down and just get cranking on Witcher 3. So that's my goal before the fall rush comes in. What about you? Have you played anything this summer?
1 second, I have an important phone call. Just vamp for a minute.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to talk to my Lego characters here. So what are you guys doing? You guys doing all right? Yeah, we're doing really good here. Yeah, it's just great. I'm a Lego Stormtrooper guy. I'm also a Lego Stormtrooper guy, and okay. Sorry about that. So what have you been playing, listeners? Are you guys kind of in that same funk that I am? It's been kind of welcome, I guess, getting away from games for the summer, even though usually there's one game in the summer that you really play. And I take it back. Splatoon has been played to high heaven in my household. Not only have I been playing it, my daughter has. It's nice for, pick up and play a couple, 2, 3, 4 online matches. You're done. You can play it in a couple days or the next day or later that day, whatever. And it's not worrisome. So,
sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just vamping a little bit about Splatoon. Splatoon is I was mentioning how it's the only game that I've actually really been playing. And by that, I mean, I'll play like 2 or 3 matches and then that'll be it. Then I'll put it aside and I'll pick it up maybe like the next day or a couple days later. But I do like how I love that game. That game totally took me by surprise so far.
Which one?
Splatoon.
Oh yeah, that game is so good.
Just how fun it is. And I know it was Nintendo's been doing this really slow trickle of features, but if you're just buying Splatoon now, which by the way you could probably get, it's gonna start going on sale here.
I got a killer deal on it.
Yeah, and it's gonna start going on sale here pretty soon too, with Mario Maker coming out. But now is an awesome time to pick up Splatoon. There's a ton of content in there. The Splatfest, which is the Splatfest is a way for people to vote on a subject. So
I saw pictures of like a Decepticon shirt and Autobot shirt.
Autobot versus Decepticon this week. A couple weeks ago, it was what's better to cook on a fire, marshmallows or hot dogs? And then before then, it was like, do you like roller coasters or water slides? So it's just really like really weird
stuff like this. Reminds me why I love Nintendo so much.
Exactly. So it's like the you remember the Everybody Votes channel on the Wii?
Oh, that was so dumb. I loved it.
It was so dumb. Everybody loved it. Everybody used it. Like, you'd find yourself clicking through it once a week just for no reason whatsoever. This is like the next level of it because it's forcing you to, not only do you choose the side in game, but you play. So if you choose a side and if your side wins, then you get points just for choosing that side. But if the other side wins, like in the matches, then you get points for that too. So you can get like a ton of points. What that does is it gets you ways to unlock gear in the game, and it's just a really fun, super stupid little meta game that I'm so happy that someone like Nintendo, of course, Nintendo would do something like this. They come up with a way to vote on silly subjects in game and make it a big deal. It's like I find it awesome. My daughter absolutely loves it. She goes on there and she trash talks. I have a 5-year-old girl and she's trash talking everybody on Splatoon on Miiverse, which is
your Facebook posts about it.
Yeah, it's great. She'll just go. But so I've been just playing Splatoon. And I've been slowly chipping away at The Witcher. But like I said, the next 2 weeks here through the holiday, I'm really going to try to crank through The Witcher and take care of it.
I have 9 days left before my life just ends. So when Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out.
Oh, that's right. You're going to hop into that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Metal Gear is my favorite thing.
Oh, is it really? Cool.
Oh, yeah. And it seems like they're ending it, and I haven't been this excited in a long time. So
they're ending this arc of it because it's going to be they're still going to keep making Metal Gear.
Oh, they're probably going to give it to a team that can pump them out in 18 months. But it's not going to be the same.
No, Although hopefully it could be like Treyarch. Maybe it's a team that ends up taking over and does a really good job at it.
Yeah.
Treyarch is the premier Call of Duty developer right now. Infinity Ward is probably third out of all three.
Oh, Treyarch is so good.
Treyarch is
But
fantastic.
so I barreled through. I finally finished The Witcher. I've been trying to I've written like 4 different things. I'm like, nah, this isn't.
I keep seeing drafts pop up in the
things keep popping, and I
WordPress.
just rip it. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not valid. And then I'm trying to figure that one's hard. I am about I think I'm 89% done with Volume.
Okay.
So that review will
I
be
saw
up
your Let's
soon.
Quest, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that game's neat. That game's really cool. Like he's like a streamer, and it's
Oh wow,
a weird game.
yeah. I'm waiting for your review before I end up diving into it.
It's
so.
really cool, and so it goes back to like that old school like stealth thing where you don't have weapons, you're just running around and hiding from dudes. I got into Heroes of the Storm pretty deep. I dropped money into a MOBA for the first time ever.
Wow, all right, good for you.
Because they give you like, oh, you're gonna do all of the tutorial missions for like an hour with this dude, but he's not in the free rotation. But you can get him and 4 other dudes for $5. So I'm like, I will do that. And I'm just trying to barrel through that. I got into Dying Light because I bought a new video card.
Okay. Oh yeah, your computer's finally running again.
Oh yeah, I got a 980 Ti. I got the king of the cards right now, and I never got to Dying Light because everyone was like, "Oh, this is so good," but I just never like. That's gonna be a PS Plus game that everyone's gonna jump on.
Yeah, exactly. Did you get Windows 10 uploaded or installed?
Yeah, I did. I was actually part of the Insider thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember.
I bought a new SSD when I bought my video card, so I did a fresh install, and I really like Windows 10 a lot.
It's definitely way better than 8, and 7 was phenomenal. 7 was awesome. And I'm just getting the ins and outs of 10, although it did something to my permissions because I can't. I use Adobe Creative Cloud.
Yeah,
I won't install Photoshop. Because it's like shut off the permissions on something. It says I need admin rights, and but I'm the.
Did you right click it and run it as administrator?
I did, and still nothing. So I've got to contact Adobe and figure out what the problem is. Yeah. The Windows 10 issue. It's got to be because they didn't have any issues. I'm sure Adobe just didn't update their software. So
yeah, or they did.
Give it a shot.
It could be something weird with their versions because Windows 10 automatically updates the most recent version of drivers. And
that was the other thing that screwed up was the Windows 10 drivers. I had issues installing Windows 10 because I'd get the everything loaded up, and then when Windows 10 installed, I looked over and my graphics, like my icons, were ginormous.
And I messed the resolution up.
That's kind of weird. So I thought I just messed the resolution up. So I flipped the resolution, and my laptop screen is a 4K screen, and
fancy, huh?
Super nice. Well, there is good and bad things. The good thing is it looks gorgeous, absolutely stunning. The bad thing is it doesn't know which software to render in 4K, so everything is tiny on the screen. If I load up Steam, the text is it's impossible to read, which is really bizarre. It's really bad.
That's been a common problem on desktop things for a while, is because I tested a 4K monitor for a freelance thing a few months ago. Probably a better part of a year ago, and like that was an issue where like certain things would scale properly, other things you'd have to scale yourself, or then there was a global scaling for everything.
I've got to figure out how to make those settings.
And then the driver things are weird because like when I updated it, NVIDIA's drivers were fine all the way up until launch of Windows 10. Then it launched, borked completely.
Yeah, that's what happened to me too.
Kept trying to roll back. And I run 2 monitors, so it wouldn't register my right monitor ever. But my left one, totally fine. So that was like 2 days. They did a pretty quick fix for that.
Yeah, mine was pretty screwy as well. It had all kinds of issues, so I had to. I went through probably about 4 hours or 3 hours once I found what I was looking for online. I went through a ton of forums. And then finally figured out what the issue was and ended up fixing it. But now I've got to figure out the Adobe issue is. It's all because of Windows 10. It's all the drivers and everything is kind of screwy. But overall, I do like it. Yeah, I like it.
Solid OS.
Yeah, definitely. Finally. Yay, we're back.
Yeah.
Although I am telling everybody to wait. Don't jump into Windows 10 because of this driver thing.
Yeah.
Anybody who is not like savvy in computers, which I know probably the majority of people are. I know that a lot of folks are installing Windows 10 because it's a hot new thing.
The people who talk to us and listen to this.
Exactly. The people who listen to this are amazing. Yeah. No, I would say if you're not a tech person or computer person per se, definitely wait on Windows 10 stuff because they got to get those drivers up and running. Just kind of keep abreast of the drivers. I'm guessing, I'm hopeful that by some point in September, middle of September, they'll have a lot of that stuff worked out because it'll have been available for a good almost a solid month now.
Yeah, their first big update's coming up.
Yeah, exactly. So by then, I think after that first update, you can get. I would say then you could probably jump in. But yeah, I like Windows 10.
Oh, and aside from that, I also fell down a deep Destiny hole again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump back into that over the holiday as well. I've been almost exclusive to my PS4 and my Wii U. I feel so bad from Xbox One. It's just my Netflix machine.
Yeah,
it's really all it is. Yeah,
that Kinect is really nice for yelling at.
Well, the Kinect doesn't even work for me anymore because it doesn't understand my wife. My wife is the one that watches Netflix and HBO Go. So it's so it only understands me. I don't know.
I see it
either Siri or nor Cortana, like my wife apparently.
It works perfectly for my my girlfriend because she also got a short haircut, so now it recognizes her as me. So it just goes right into it.
That works.
No, I fell deep in that. For the first time in anything like an MMO, whatever. I'm actually I've hit the level cap before something came out.
Okay.
So yeah, if you get into that, I'll run you through.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think I'm seriously only at still level 9 maybe in that game. I'm so far behind. Only because I played the heck out of it like the first week that it was out. Whenever I had a chance, to hop into Destiny, and I really actually really like Destiny because go ahead, say it.
It's a lot better a game now than it was a year ago.
For sure. And that's the cool thing about like Destiny and Splatoon in a way is that they've had both the games have had good paths for improvements.
Yeah.
And everybody says Destiny is way better. And I know there are some folks that are hardcore Destiny, like MMO level Destiny players. But
do you see how many of them got super mad because they started selling the rocket launcher?
That's hilarious.
They got so mad.
That's how you can tell they're super fan. I never have any. I've stopped having. I should say never. I've stopped having issues with us. Just like I've stopped having issues with Amiibo and all that kind of thing. But
did you see that Mario Maker special edition though? It's coming with like an Amiibo and an art book.
Is that coming to the US?
I'm not sure, but if it does.
If it does, then that's the one I'll get because
I'll buy that.
I'm actually more for the art book than the Amiibo, but
I love art books.
Yeah, same here. I have like tons of game art books and they're awesome. That'd be a fun thing to take a look at as a little as a side quest, as a little article or two, just to look at some of these art books and what makes them tick.
Great art books are 3D animation studios.
Yes, totally. Yeah,
I have the DreamWorks ones for How to Train Your Dragon, a couple of the Pixar ones.
I have one. I have a couple books actually that are just like freelance art, like not freelance, but they're artists from animation studios that do stuff on their own on their free time, which is so cool because it's things that they're not movie related whatsoever, but you still see the talent that these guys have, but now it's not like nailed down to anything. Now they can sketch and draw and paint and create models however they want to. So
nice.
That's kind of cool. I'll have to dig some of those up. I got a bunch of those somehow. Actually, it's funny. I got Chris Grant from formerly Joystick, now Polygon, he was my Secret Santa. Maybe we'll do a side questing Secret Santa.
Oh, I remember the Joystick Secret Santa.
That's why he was my Joystick Secret Santa, and he got me Pandemic for as one of the gifts. He got me a really cool graphic novel called Fishtown, which is about Philadelphia, and then he got me a couple art books. And I thought, oh, holy crap! He loaded up. It may have been all stuff that AOL sent them. They probably had stacks of it, but still, it was a great big package I got from
them. For those not familiar,
thanks, Chris.
Podcast Appreciation Group, which is where this site, like you guys,
basically
this whole thing formed out of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Used to have an annual Secret Santa through Elster, and it was awesome. I still have one of the gifts I got through.
I'm staring at it right now. I'm staring at my Big Daddy right now.
I have this love goose
that
nice. Bob Ball sent me.
Oh, Bob Ball, nice.
They got all of them to sign. So it's signed by Bob Ball and Griffin has the world's worst handwriting. It just looks like a squiggle.
That was my favorite. Okay, we're gonna reminisce really quickly here. Joystick. The thing that made the joystick so enjoyable and endearing was how personable everybody on staff was, where they were from like top dog with Chris Grant, Justin McElroy, and Ludwig, down to the bottom. And I'm talking like older joystick. I still think Susan and all those folks that kind of came afterwards are phenomenal as well. But that original group of folks was great because they were in awe of other people being in awe of them. Like I think when the podcast appreciation group started, and people were like, that's how I met Ryan. Ryan helped me start SideQuesting. I met Yaniv on the site. We started SideQuesting. Yaniv, Ryan, and I. I think I gotta say a good like 90 to 95% of the people that have written for SideQuesting, we've met through the JPEG or known through joysticks.
Ben Packford on Destructoid.
Ben Gilbert. Ben Gilbert joined Joystick.
Yep.
Jordan Mallory, who wrote for SideQuesting and then wrote for Joystick, and then he's doing a lot of freelance stuff right now. I mean, he started at the group as well. So it's really cool to see a community, and it was a great community because we would have these meetups. Like they would have
your Midwest meetups.
Dude, our Chicago meetups were legendary, and I got to thank all the folks from Chicago that were putting these together. I just showed up. I was minimal in it. I mean, that's where Randall was the one that was actually hosting the JPEG show. So it was the podcast.
That was fun.
Which was a lot of fun. I loved that show. It was great because I got to meet people like Wes, who's written for SideQuesting as well, and a bunch of other folks. And so, yeah, it was those days were fantastic. I mean, that was to me, that was the kind of the golden age of online gaming media, because anything was going. I mean, you had like that. You had One Up was happening with One Up Yours. That whole crew. Kotaku was huge back then.
That was when the Totally Rad show was still
Rad show was still a thing. What was the show on the game? The
Dave and Alexander were doing a food show for some reason.
Jeff Green was on the GFW show.
The Brodeo.
The Brodeo, that was phenomenal. There was IGN was at just starting to get into like video and stuff. So it was it really was an awesome time for gaming media because everything was so new and people were it was the best generation of hardware, I think, with the Xbox 360 and the PS3. And I mean, I lived through the launch I still rewatch the One Up show, which was the video podcast, and all video podcast, because it's so nicely produced.
I still have.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say where they launched the PS3 and the Wii. I still have those videos on my hard drive, and I watch them every once in a while.
I still have a hard drive on my desk that somewhere on it is the entire run of GFW Radio.
Oh, nice.
With Sean Elliott and Jeff Green and Ryan Scott.
That was so good. I mean, it was the golden age.
Oh, it was the best.
Yeah, and it's weird now because there are so many factors. Back then, it was just small websites, right? I mean, small by comparative standards now. I mean, you look at even though Joystick was Blogsmith, which was
tiny.
It was tiny
in comparison.
Yeah, it was just almost like back then. Joystick was an offshoot of Engadget.
And then PS3 fanboy and Xbox 360
all the fanboy things. And then, I mean, Polygon is a part of I love a lot of the guys went to Polygon, and Polygon's great, but it's part of a big conglomerate now. So you have
Vox Media,
Vox,
which has Verge, which
just signed on to NBC. So you're seeing it's bigger now. In other ways, it's way more serious now, I think, in some respects.
And Vox Media is no joke.
No, Vox Media is no joke.
Shout out to my boy Nick Stat from college, who just got a job with The Verge this week.
Oh, did he really? Oh, congratulations.
He worked for CNET, and he just moved over to The Verge this week.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, he interviewed me. For,
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for the Skylanders and for the Amiibo thing, I think so. Yeah, really cool guy. Yeah, it's awesome. I love that. It's funny how small the industry still is. All of us know each other, and it's a blast. It's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, forget the olden days. Now we're living in the modern area. The golden age is great, and we've got to, like I said, I think we're in kind of a weird stage right now where people are trying to refigure out what's going to happen next with like YouTube and social media and streaming and all that kind of stuff.
How those things are going to break into different things.
Yeah, I mean, everyone says there's YouTubers and there's streamers. They're two very different medium right now. And I know YouTube gaming is coming in and that's gonna be like some weird bridge between the two. And you were mentioning it when that's supposed to launch. It's supposed to be the end of summer.
Yeah, I was talking about when we were getting this set up. It said it popped up on my Twitter feed like you should follow this, and then I clicked it, and it's like coming summer 2015. I'm like, guys, it's like mid-August.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Late
Everyone's
August.
going back to school. Like summer, even though summer ends at middle of September. Usually it's like the end of school, Liberty weekends when summer's over.
Yeah, they already like the local colleges have they start on Monday. Those kids moved in. I had to deal with all of them this week. Like driving past and congesting my roads.
Yep. Sorry, I'm drinking some.
No worries.
Peach schnapps left over, so I'm drinking that.
So it's almost over. So YouTube Gaming, they haven't had an update since the week before E3.
Yeah, right. So I'm curious to see what happens.
And their booth at E3 was massive.
That's what so that's right. You were there. You took a look at it, and I mean the app. For everything I've seen about the app is pretty awesome. And just everything everybody's talked about. Some people are at the beta.
People were there making content for it. Like I was talking to a guy from Up Down Down is the name of the channel on there, and it's the WWE's channel. And he was there with Xavier Woods filming a bunch of stuff. So they're like, people are making content for it and have been for months. But when that goes live, I have no idea.
It'll be great, but.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's going to be real cool. I'm really interested, and I really want to check it out, but it just has to get here first.
Definitely. Anyway, so that'll be interesting to see what happens. I think we're going to get into this really interesting period right now with gaming, right? So we've had the consoles have been settled now for quite a while, where Xbox is moving at a great speed with games. They have a ton of great games coming out. The PS4 is still missing like blockbuster games this holiday season. This is the third year in a row. Go ahead.
Oh no, they're just trying to like lock down and like plant their flag in third parties, but they're so much.
Exactly. I mean, because granted, Call of Duty has essentially moved over to PlayStation now.
Yeah,
that's fine. Destiny is there. That's fine, but EA is still on. You're gonna see the next Battlefield probably be a Xbox One. Kind of the focus on Xbox One. You still have a Halo over there, which is huge, and obviously Forza and all the other. It's a yearly franchise now. Madden, the EA Sports games still kind of make their home on the Xbox. So, and Microsoft is pumping out the first party games like you wouldn't believe. So.
Yeah, Rare Replay is pretty good, guys.
Is it really or no?
Pretty good.
I have not played it. I've heard some games that aren't great just because they're not great games.
Oh yeah, some of them a lot of the older stuff is just not good. Like why they include like this is our essential collection, Perfect Dark Zero.
Oh yeah, we should. I know the Game Scoop guys just did a podcast where they tried to get the essential, just the first party games from Xbox and from PlayStation. Like if you had an Xbox replay and a PlayStation replay, what would those games be? It was interesting to listen to. The next thing about Nintendo would be the Nintendo one
through 5,
but that's not PlayStation exclusive.
1 through
no, Sony didn't publish any of those. Konami published all them.
Yeah, but 1 was exclusive.
Yeah, but it has since appeared on other platforms.
MGS1? No, it hasn't.
Well, the Metal Gear Solid 3D on the 3DS. It's the first game.
No, the 3DS one was Snake Eater.
Oh, it's Snake Eater. Okay, sorry, yeah, Snake Eater.
There was Twin Snakes, which is a different.
Didn't they release the HD collection though? For no, that was only 2 and 3, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, well, whatever.
But no, they need those exclusive.
They need those exclusives quickly. I mean, yeah, granted, Uncharted 4 is going to be great, but you need to start getting some of those out there, and then.
I'm really glad that got delayed.
And then Nintendo, I mean, obviously we talked about Iwata the last show, but or a couple shows back, but with Nintendo, all the stuff that's happening now, they got the NX. They announced what's that?
This next act is going to be really important for them.
Yeah, this is their
break.
They have the mobile stuff, which all right, there is a big mobile phone event coming up here in like 3 weeks, which is the unveiling of the next iPhone.
Oh, geez, that's real soon, huh?
Imagine if you had Reggie Fils-Aimé or someone walk on stage.
When is that?
It's September, probably the 9th. It's usually like the one.
Oh, my birthday. Yep, it's my birthday.
Is it your birthday? Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
But I think that would be perfect. And they even mentioned DNA mentioned in their financial report that somebody asked a question about the Nintendo mobile game. They said, well, yeah, we're preparing to make the announcement of the release date. So I would not be surprised if that announcement comes as part of the next iPhone, which would be perfect, because then you have the biggest game company, or the most important, granted, in many ways, game company on the planet, Nintendo, putting out their first mobile game and debuting it on iPhone.
Do you think maybe they'd be hitching their wagon to the wrong horse though?
Instead of Android? Because
like more and more carriers are getting rid of subsidized plans.
Yeah, it was funny because I listened to was it either, I think it was This Week in Tech talking about it as well. People are accustomed to paying a lot for iPhones. They're not accustomed to paying a lot, because I know a lot of people that just bought their iPhones for the $600 price.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've never met anyone.
Like, here in the Midwest, it's very common. Very common.
People, like, a 64 gig costs like $800.
Yeah. Well, they said that is understandable, but when they finally see the prices on like their Samsungs and their LGs and their Microsoft phones or Nokia phones, and what those prices actually are, that's when they're going to start to wonder, because those get subsidized even more. You see a lot more.
Motorola's doing though.
What's Motorola doing?
The new flag, like Google and Motorola are selling their flagships for like $400 unlocked now.
Yeah, and they're all going to be unlocked. All the phones will be unlocked. So
I'm curious to see like the whole phone thing over the next few years too, because like that whole thing can get weird. It
could obliterate a couple companies for sure. I think there will be like one or two companies won't be standing after.
Or they just won't be making phones. Like, LG is too big to flop from some phones, but they can totally like not make phones anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I think LG is probably going to be done, because people are going to say, okay, why spend $400 or $500 on an LG when I can spend $500 or $600 on an iPhone or on a Samsung or something? So
yeah.
Granted, you're still going to have the option to just pay it off monthly.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a change, but it won't be as big of a change as a lot of people think, because you'll say, okay, you're going to get the phone. You're gonna get a 1-year contract, and you can pay for this phone over 2 years or 1 year or whatever. So
I'm just gonna say that being contract free is pretty great.
Oh god, it's got to be awesome. Yep.
I pay like $60 a month for like what I was paying $110 for a contract.
I can't wait for all this to take place. Right around the same time that it'll all already have taken place when my next iPhone happens, so I'll be happy. Although my only problem with that is I'm still grandfathered in on unlimited data.
It's not really unlimited though.
I'm sitting at about 6 gigs.
They haven't throttled you yet?
Oh, they've throttled me. My monthly session begins on the 17th of every month, and by the morning of the 20th, they messaged me I got the AT&T message that said, you're sitting at 3.5 gigs, and we're going to start throttling.
How do you do that?
Dude, my Wi-Fi must have gone out. Well, I stream a lot of Spotify.
Oh, all right.
And those video ads that pop in every once in a while, even though they cache them, that like Spotify can end up taking up like 1.5 gigs of space on a phone, because it just caches all the files and songs and stuff, so it doesn't have to carry them. But but it takes up way too much space, and I'm already fighting for space on my phone, so whatever. But yeah, so it's the issue.
Yeah, mobile's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see where Nintendo and Sony go in the mobile space from here out.
Yep.
It's going to be like that, and phones and all this stuff. It's going to be a real interesting thing. Like the mobile VR stuff.
Yeah. So I got that's something I've been trying. Mobile VR. I have we got a review unit. Let me take it back. I have finished one game, The Adventures of Pip, for Wii U. So it's an indie game. I got that the review code sent to me, so I'm just finishing up the review for that, which will probably be up tomorrow at some point. By the way, we did get I have a list of all the review codes we got in. We've got about 35 review codes for games that are like indie games to AAA games. Anybody in the gaming industry, Tom, you'll know this as well. And what I mean is, you're an EIC, a reviewer, or just like intern on a gaming website. You will get emails from companies
every day.
It says, hey, we have a new game coming out. Here's the Steam code. Here's your personalized Steam code. And then they'll like reply like 2 days later. Are you ready? Did you review the game yet? You're like, well, I didn't even know that there was a code coming. Wasn't even expecting one. I didn't even hear about your game.
Yeah.
So I get like, I on average, I get 1 to 2 games. I get like 2, let me take it back. I get like 3 to 4 games a week, like Steam codes sent to me. So I'm like, oh crap. So I'm actually putting a huge list together, which I'll be emailing everybody on staff tomorrow, of any of the games that we've gotten over the last, like these random games that we've gotten over the last couple 2, 3, 4 weeks, just so I can clear out the backlog here. And maybe even hand out some games too. If nobody wants to review them, I might just shoot them out to people as prizes, because we're not going to get them. Why bother holding on to them if they just appear in your, it's like, if a $20 bill appears in your mailbox, you're going to put it in an envelope and send it back. You don't even know who to send it to, but that made no sense. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a weird analogy.
It's a weird analogy. If a bottle of beer,
how's that money hat Demovsky?
Yeah, exactly. And all the lack of hair I have. So yeah, anyways, I got this mobile VR thing sent to me by this company called Immerse, and it's actually a pretty decent kit. It's like a $30 kit that's going to be sold at Sharper Image. Take that for what it's worth. So it's not like Oculus level. It's better than Google Cardboard because it's not cardboard; it's actually plastic. And there are a lot of these types of devices out there, right? So there's a lot of these that you just put you slide your phone in and you snap it shut, and you can look at 3D. The problem here are a couple of problems. Different people have different focus lengths, focal lengths. So the phone goes in the same spot in all of these, and sometimes you'll deal with like an iPhone 4 size or 4S to an iPhone 6S, which is what I have, which by the way barely fits in the majority of these headsets. They're made for like iPhone 6 and smaller. So I managed to get the iPhone 6S in there. And first of all, you can't find any games or anything on the iOS store, which is a shame because you'd think the biggest app store on the planet would have all the content. It doesn't. I have
a question though.
Yeah.
I have been out of iOS for almost a year now.
Mm-hmm.
Does the iOS YouTube app have the option for VR video yet?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
You can do search for VR 360. Let me rephrase that. I think it's called Google 360. So I've looked for Google 360, and there are those. I haven't looked for Google for the VR yet, but I think I'm going to try that.
Yeah, it has a little button on the bottom. It literally just looks like a VR headset, and you click it.
Oh, really?
And lets you the whole thing. Yeah, and then you hit the button, and it will either do like the full view, or if you hit the VR button, it splits it into 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll have to take a look at it.
I found that out, which is why.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There are a few apps in there, and some of them are actually there's actually a Google Cardboard app, which Google creates, so you can actually take the iPhone and drop it in in the Google Cardboard and actually use a VR viewer. But they're not. The mobile things are fun and they're cute, but it's very much a gimmick. They're not anywhere near the quality of an Oculus, of a Morpheus or the Vive or Vive, whatever it's called. These are quick. Yeah, these are going to be quick. Hey, let me show my in-laws something. The problem I have with it is that they're big and bulky, or they're bulky. You're not really going to use it you're only going to be able to use it at home. You're not going to take it with you. And the advantage of some of these things is going to somebody's house and saying, oh, I took this cool VR video. That's the other thing. I really wish you could take VR videos with phones.
Unless you're fucking Ben Kuchera from Polygon.
Yeah,
Samsung Gear VR on a plane.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that or not.
But, I would never do that, but
more
power to him.
The last thing I want to be is that geek on a plane. More power to him. So you're not going to take it. You're only going to use it at home. So you're relying on either specific content that you're looking for, or if someone comes over, you want to say, hey, check this cool VR thing out. And that's it. There's no real games for it yet on these mobile phones. So
I'm gonna tell you a dirty secret.
Yeah,
as someone who owns 2 Oculus, whatever. I own 2 Oculus Rifts. I own the DK1 and the DK2. It's pretty much the same situation there, Dolly.
Yeah, which is so bizarre. Granted, there's a lot less on the iPhone. on iOS. But for as hyped as VR is, there's like no. It's like there's more 4K content out there than there is VR, and it's kind of sad because everyone's really pushing it to be the next thing. But when they arrive, eventually, is there going to be enough content in there to do anything? I would love if you could get VR content, like if you could make your own VR content with video, like if they sold VR cameras, so you could actually hold the camera or like a cheap 360 camera, 360-degree ball camera that you could take with you, and you could, stream it to your phone or something. I don't know what, but I think that will be really cool. But until then, the immerse headset, it's pretty cool. It works, totally works. Again, you can't really change the focal length like fore, aft, or
that's an active problem with people. Like every time I put a different person into the Oculus, we need to recalibrate it.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, these cardboard level things you can't recalibrate because it's just hardware
fixed, right?
They're fixed. All you can do is slide the lenses left and right to adjust for the width of the phone.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So I wish down the line that you would be able to actually move the lenses forward, or at least rotate them to get them to do that. But who knows?
Here's the thing. I was also talking to some people, like some indie people at E3 about, was that like they're two different experiences. Being at home with a Vive or an Oculus Rift, and someone out there with like a Gear VR or like one of these things, like something that works on like even the Vive and the other headset's gonna be two totally different experiences.
Yeah, totally.
But like you need like something like, did you ever play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes?
Yep.
It was at PAX East this year, and it's been going around the circuit for a while. But basically, that's something that would work for like that. Just slip a phone in and do the thing, because basically one person is disarming a bomb in the Oculus, and the other people are describing how to disarm it.
Okay, all right. I could see being really good on the phone. Although here's another problem with phone stuff. It's mostly videos right now. That's all you can do unless you have a separate Bluetooth controller. Controls in this are impossible.
And you got your Bluetooth controller stolen at a bar.
Yeah, exactly right. Geez, that's right. Yeah, I got my Bluetooth. Oh God, yeah. I put it on. We were at the Harmonix party. It was at PAX East last year or earlier this year, and got a Bluetooth controller. I put it on the side here at the bar, so I could go around and get a drink. And I came back, it was gone. And there was like a stack of them there. I'm like, oh, great. No, it was after the Harmonix party. We were at the whatever the hotel, the W or whatever it was.
The Westin.
The Westin, that's right. Well, what are you gonna do? No big deal. Would I have used it? No, probably would not have used it. So
I have used it only for VR games.
There you go. But that's the thing. So you get the headset, and the headset's great if you want to watch videos. Here's the bad thing about the headset. You have to open it, do all your motions, touch stuff on your phone, then close it, and then hope that nobody sends you a text message when you're watching a streaming video or something, which happened to me. Happened to my daughter actually as well, and she's in love with VR. By the way, she's absolutely she tried this thing.
Gotta hook them young.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. She's watching this video where you're chasing rabbits around and stuff. I forget the name of the software. And she's just like watching rabbits around. All of a sudden, a message pops up. Somebody sends me a message or an email or something, and she freaks out. She's like, "The whole thing stopped." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I have to stop, take it off her head, open it, hit the button, restart the whole VR thing just so she can get back to the point that she wanted to. And I'm like, well, that's the issue right now is, you almost need the VR headset to have some minimal level of controls on it so that you could, do some motions or buttons.
A lot of, because I was looking at this similar type thing on Amazon recently, and a lot of them come with like a little Bluetooth controller thing that's like, it looks like a presentation controller with like a thing, but even that's still not a solution.
No. It's anytime your phone is in here and you have to access it for something, it's impossible. But it's a neat thing. I'm gonna say that if you're into just something, if you're somehow able to get some VR videos, and I know that you can actually make VR videos online and download them and stuff, which is cool. That's the way to do it.
Some of these are really dumb, and they have a hole for the camera, so you can make a first-person view VR videos.
That's awesome. I might actually do that. But I'm gonna download some VR videos and put them on my. There's
a really weird and unsettling one actually. So don't use it for your kid. Of like, of this girl that made a whole bunch of 3D videos of like her war ravaged hometown in the Middle East. And
I just saw before you say anything, I saw the weirdest thing. I saw like a feather or something fall down next to you.
Yeah, probably. It's probably cat hair because I just threw my cat across the room.
Oh, okay, that's probably what it was then. Yeah,
on the couch.
So anyway, that's my story about VR. It's the Immerse. I like it. Download your own videos, and that's it. That's basically been it.
The Oculus is gonna be real nice.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm actually excited. It'll work with Mac somewhat. So I have a PC now, so I'm okay.
And my video card is set for Oculus. So that's
Perfect.
What a monster video card gets you. Which, what's up?
I got my laptop before the Oculus specs came out, so.
But I got if we're talking about dumb stuff we're testing, I'm just gonna say real quick, the NVIDIA GTX 980 Ti. Really,
it's a thumbs up,
great card if you're willing to spend $650 on a video card.
You got a desktop, which is perfect. I don't have a desktop.
I'm upgrading the rest of it this year. I'm very excited.
So that's it. I mean, that's really all there is. I know PAX is next week.
I'm so jealous of people that are going.
Yeah, we're not sending anybody from SideQuesting out there. Although, if I will say, which is a bummer. Although, again, a lot of us are getting ready for school or jobs or life stuff happening, so it just kind of falls at a weird time.
It's the worst weekend.
It is.
It's literally the same weekend that people are either starting college,
starting school, go back to school. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They really need to move PAX around to later. Or maybe it's beginning of August. Beginning of August could potentially work.
It's not in a bad spot. It's PlayStation Experience.
That is awesome. That's the perfect week. I'm heading to that. Already got my hotel and the tickets bought. So
I bought a ticket.
Perfect.
Got a hotel. Fly out there.
I've never been to San Fran, so I'm gonna use it.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah, it's my time out there. So might make a few days out of the.
Plenty of friends of the site out there too.
Oh yeah. Oh, and if you're in San Fran on the West Coast and you want to do some you want to go to some fun stuff for SideQuesting, we're constantly asked about people attending events in San Fran and things like that. And if you want to network a little bit, check out some cool games. Let me know, me or Tom or someone, just because, like I said, they're always looking for folks from SideQuesting to check out these events. Sorry, I'm just opening up another drink here. And we're always looking for people who may be interested in just going, experiencing some stuff and telling us about it.
You know the most exciting thing about PlayStation Experience, Ollie? What's that? That's mostly going to be stuff that we've seen already.
Yeah.
Just hang out and get
drunk. It's the nice thing about it is I'm going to just have a good time. That's it.
I'm already go network a bit.
Yep.
And then just get ripped.
Get ripped. That's basically it. Trying to think of anything else. Yeah, so PAX is next week. Definitely check out. I spoke to a few of the devs from PAX East to see if they're going to be in town, and yes, they are. Check out Steam World Heist. They're awesome guys over there. Zombie Vikings, I love their stuff. Check out just Shapes and Beats. Mike and the team are going to be there, and they're
those guys are wonderful, and their game is
cool. And the game's a ton of fun. Just between Tom, you'll know what I'm talking about here, but they're getting close to figuring out a way to license the secret level.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So without saying anything, there is a secret level that we can't really talk about
because it's like super copyright infringing.
It's super copyright infringing, but they're very close to figuring out a way to.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Get it working.
But, also, something I'm very excited about. So I can't check it out, but people who are at PAX Prime in the Indie Mega tabletop section, there's a game called Mech Deck.
Oh wow!
Which is like a card/board game with like modular mech figurines.
Cool.
It's super weird and super cool.
Awesome.
And, like that's the thing that made me be like, oh, I wish I was gonna be there. So before I forgot, I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, it's going to be PAX Prime and just going through our parties, this is the biggest party list we've ever put together.
So big.
It's huge. And to the point where I get people sending me messages like, hey, you forgot this party. Like I got 2 messages today of people saying,
constantly.
Hey, you forgot this party. And I'm like, oh my God, guys, there are now officially too many parties. And even like the biggest parties, like Twitch just announced their party like yesterday and today. That's it. Like that was Twitch. And there's other parties like from a couple more bigger devs and publishers coming probably in the next day or so. We'll probably find out about a couple more parties.
I came this close to just buying a plane ticket and going out there and not even going to PAX and just
You
going
always-
to these parties.
If you just go to these parties and go to the events, you'll have a wonderful time. You'll have a wonderful time. There's a ton of free events with booze if anybody's interested in drinking, with swag, and just really networking. Lots of great networking opportunities. Just
Giant Bomb is doing a live 50 turn Mario Party round.
Oh, totally. And at a lot of these events, the other cool thing is you'll constantly bump into people, and this happened at PAX East. You'll bump into people that don't that decided they're not going to go the next day to PAX or whatever, so they have like an extra pass all the time. So even if you don't have your PAX passes yet, this is Saturday. I look at my the no watch on my hand. Saturday, August 22nd. PAX begins next Saturday, the 29th. Is it next Saturday?
It's a 4-day con. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
So it starts Friday. If you just show up at PAX on like Thursday night and just hang out, maybe Friday is your day to just kind of see Seattle for a bit and then go to some of the parties and stuff. You'll get tickets. People will get you tickets because like I said, there's a lot of times people won't be able to go one of the days. Yeah. Will come up and just hang out, meet folks, hang out, and you'll like I said, you'll be able to get into PAX. You'll be able to get tickets.
You know the downside about PAX being this weekend, right?
What's that?
Is that now we have like a month or so until PAX East tickets go on sale.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. Oh my Lord. Thank God I'm media. Yeah, thank God that we can get media passes, because that PAX East stuff is.
Thank God I buy them and I give them to people who can't get them.
Yep, exactly. No, that's the way to do it. The other thing is hopefully PAX will get smart in how they, hand out tickets. Like, I wouldn't mind it if they did some type of lottery as well, or maybe sold tickets on site. I don't know.
That's what they wanted to do with Burning Man, and then people lost their mind.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. So
it's the same way for all these things, because San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con is coming up soon, and all of these things, they all use the same service. It's really weird.
They do, or the same methodology in selling all these things. So yeah. All right, tons of games coming, tons of stuff coming. We're going to be relaunching. I don't want to say relaunching. We're constantly fiddling with SideQuesting's design and content. So don't be surprised if the next time you log on, it looks completely different, because there might be cool stuff on there. Oh, I did have a funny story. Not really a funny story, but this is how online publishing. This is one of the downfalls of the way online publishing is set up. So I wake up this morning and I'm like, I haven't checked the SideQuesting stats in a few days. Because I've been busy at the office and with other stuff, working on reviews. Hop on and I see a ton of hits on like an old Dota article or an esports article that,
really?
On an esports article that Ben wrote. And I thought, oh wow, it's from like April. I'm like, oh wow, why is this getting hits all of a sudden? And that it's linked to from some website called Dota Championships. I'm like, oh man, this sounds pretty like a website. Dota Championships must be a decent site if we're getting like hundreds of hits to our site for this little article. Not shitty, but just this little article. This older article, 4-month-old article. So I click on the website to see what the link was, and I'm reading the link. I'm like, oh, okay, I can understand it. Wait a minute. Everything's in first person. Everything's in I in this article, and it says, read the article I wrote last time. I'm like, something's kind of familiar about this article. So
they just changed the tenses?
I scrolled all the way to the bottom, and it says, this article originally appeared on sidequesting.com. I'm like, hold on a second. So I clicked the link that it was pointing to at the bottom, and it was an article that Ben wrote a couple weeks ago last week about the ESPN and esports. And
the doping thing?
No, just how ESPN was positively reporting about esports and the Dota, the final, the international. I thought, holy shit, this is literally a copy paste. I mean, it was a copy paste. The same links, the images, everything was copied directly from the SideQuesting article and posted in this site. And I'm like, holy shit. And we're getting a ton of hits because they're clicking some people are clicking the old links in the article, which is written in like first person tense, I. People are clicking these links and going to our site. The only way I found out was because people are clicking these links, and since we're getting hundreds of views from this site, I thought, holy shit, they're getting that much traffic off of our content. And I saw it. The more I look on the site, it's just laced with advertising all over the place. And
this site is nothing but ads.
So I looked at the other articles in there that they had. Every single article they had was copied from another website, to the point where, okay, this is an aggregator website that just posts articles that have specific wording in it onto their site. So they've
SEO farm.
It's an SEO farm. It's I don't know what you would call it, but they subscribe to. They probably subscribe to bajillion gaming sites, like the smaller gaming sites, like us and like a few others, like Bitbag and a bunch of others that had reported on a specific subject. None of the big ones like Polygon or IGN or Engadget or whatever.
And they just pull the RSS feeds.
They're just plugging in RSS feeds. And anytime a specific word comes up, that will auto-publish to their website, the article. So I'm like, what the heck? So I got infuriated. They're making potentially thousands of views
and money off with those ads.
And money with those ads off of our work. I got so pissed off. I was more pissed for Ben, because Ben put a lot of time into putting in a thoughtful piece together.
That was a good piece.
And so I contacted the website and sent an email that basically said, listen, I know what you're doing. You're aggregating. This may be automated. There may be somebody copying, pasting, whatever, but it's wrong. We put a lot of hard work into this. This is the article that you wrote. This is the original article. First and foremost, I'm asking you, do you take it down? Second of all, you have ads everywhere, so you've made a lot of money off of our article and other articles. Because and I said, thirdly, you've done this to a bajillion other sites. Look at all the website's only been around since July 18th, so a month, or the 15th, whatever. So I know that it's clearly a quick SEO hit for when the international was coming. Excuse me. So I basically said, I'm asking you to take this down. I'm asking that I'm contacting the other websites that you're taking stuff from. I'm contacting GoDaddy, because I did a Whois search, found out they were searched through they were hosted through GoDaddy, registered through GoDaddy. Just looking at their Whois search on GoDaddy, I got the registrar's phone number,
oh really?
Home address, full name, bunch of information. I thought, okay, shit can go down pretty quickly here. Of me getting.
So you drove to his house and you beat him with a stick, right?
Yeah, it was exactly. No, I would not do that. But so I contacted GoDaddy right away, and I contacted Google, and I said, listen, this is what this person's doing. They're copying work from others, which is totally unethical, like word for word stuff. And I said, I even emailed the person. I said, listen, if you link to our website and use your own words, at least you're making an effort, some type of editorial effort to say, hey, here's how I'm writing my story, and this is where I originally got the information from. At least that's an effort. We can start to work with that, but to the point where you're actually copy pasting whatever. So yeah, once I got the information from Whois, I also sent an email to the owner, and they run a bajillion sites like this from every topic.
Really?
Yeah, it's not just gaming, not just Dota championships. It's like they have like florist sites, gardening sites, health sites, any hot topic that's out there.
Oh, and he's got to be making bank with that.
They're making bank with this, and I don't know if it's illegal, but it's totally
probably
unethical.
not.
It's probably not, but it's totally unethical. So, anyways, the publisher name is Publisor. That's the owner of all these websites, Publisor, and they're hosted through GoDaddy, and that's basically all I can say, because that's all I dug up. But yeah, so I sent several emails. They took off the article instantly, and the reply back, it possibly infuriated me even more. Check it out. Ready? So
they said, hold on. First off, let's just say we acquire, build, and operate cutting edge websites.
Yes, exactly. Sure. So I sent them. I'm going to post all this stuff. Probably not on SideQuest, maybe on my personal site. But here is their reply, and we're gonna end the podcast with this. I just found this really funny. It says, "Hi, Dalibor. Thank you for reaching out. We respect your work and your wishes regarding its reposting. We have removed the article and added your site to a do not pull list. If you have any other sites or domains you'd like to add, we'd be happy to do so. If you you see any of your articles come up again, let us know and we will move them ASAP."
Not
And they said, an engine powering the site. So they definitely admit that it's just a fake thing. An engine powering the site pulled your article from the following RSS feed. So this is our RSS feed. You may want to change your settings to post only a paragraph to avoid the same problem with others. Hold on a second, motherfucker.
So it's
my
your fault.
Here, regarding other publishers, the engines scan for copyrights and terms of use. They're accurate most of the time, but sometimes, as with your site, may miss a notice. Whenever someone reaches out with a complaint, we remove the post immediately and add sites to do not pull list. Regarding your summarization and link back suggestion, we will be assigning an editor to the site to do just that. Thanks, publisher team. In other words, it's my fault, which is appalling, absolutely appalling.
Did you send them an apology, Dolly, for fucking up?
Yeah, I actually said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that I had to do more work to protect my own work." It's appalling to me, and they're like, we're gonna keep doing it until somebody tells us to stop. That's basically what the email was. It's like, you fuckers.
It's basically like, yo, are you a cop? No, then keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so fucked.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like part of my language, but it's yeah. There you go. That's the problem with, and this happens a lot. And I may be okay with people copying and pasting tweets because 140 characters and it's usually just jokes or statements or whatever. But whole articles people actually spend time on. I think that's I think there's an issue there. And these people are not apologetic at all. In fact, it's your fault. Which is like, God, you gotta be kidding me. Oh well. That's America, right?
Oh yeah.
So anyways, that's it. That's it. The SideQuest this week. The SideQuest hit the fan with that email.
I keep looking at this site, and like all their stuff is like they have a Facebook page about how like they acquire all their stuff.
Yeah. It's I'm like, you guys gotta be kidding me. They're transparent that all they are is just a stupid SEO farm. That's it. And they're making bank off
Gotta get them hits.
Yeah. I should just take like their stuff, find out what sites they own, and just like aggregate their actual work.
Oh man, that would be like taking something and running it through Google Translate 3 times.
Exactly. And
to see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Well, that's it.
That's it for the SideQuest, right?
That's it for the SideQuest. We've rambled for an hour. We hope you're having a great end of summer. I know we are. There's still a couple weeks left before a lot of folks get back to school, before the holiday, and for all that fun stuff. So until then, we're going to sign off. We may do another podcast next week. We may do another Pre-PAX podcast. We don't know. If we don't, we'll see you eventually.
Yeah, if not, I want to do something next month.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I have something to do, and then I plan on doing something with in October.
Cool.
Dan Hevia and other friends of the site.
Cool.
Comic-Con.
Nice. A New York Comic-Con, right?
Yes.
Sweetness. Yeah, we're gonna keep fiddling with SideQuesting to get some cool stuff up.
Messed that design again.
Yeah, another design. I've had ideas. The interesting thing about sitting at your desk at lunchtime and just doodling is some interesting stuff will pop in your head. But anyway,
it's great because I get tweets during the day. It's like, hey Tom, you know about design. What do you think of this?
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, we'll chat with you guys next time. If you're going to PAX, please enjoy PAX. Check out some of those games we listed. Check out all the games. Really, just go all over the place. PAX is my favorite.
Avoid the big
series.
booths.
Yeah. It's my favorite series of shows. So you can find us at SideQuesting on Twitter, sidequesting.com. You can find our podcast, our YouTube, which is the SideQuest. Please rate and review it with all the stars. Give it all the stars. Tell everybody you love it. We have a YouTube page, which is SideQuesting TV. We have all kinds of stuff. You can find me personally at Dolly Domovsky. You can find Tom
at that Tom Johnson.
And you can find yourself laying down in bed.
I'm out.
Subtle tones of the SideQuest.
Too much. Was not expecting that.